In terms of the chatters, though, I mean, we already talked about. Have you tried hiring like Danish people or something like that? Do you have experience with that?
No.
Yeah, it's like we have two doors. I think both work. I mean, now we get, assuming we find, let's say, professional people that will follow this exact PDF thing. It's just hiring, you know. The question is, okay, do we want to work with Danish-speaking people, which is like 90%, for the rest they can use a translator? Or do we want to use, for example, other people, Filipinos, that work with a live translator, which works amazing. I can tell you from experience from the German market. I don't know how bad it is to translate Danish, but Germany is a nightmare. Like,
yeah. Also, Danish have a lot of things on paper doesn't make sense, but it just makes sense, you know?
Yeah, I got you. In Germany, it's like a classic. Like, there's like sayings that if you translate them, like, I only understand train station or some shit like that. It doesn't make sense. For me, it makes sense, but for you, it doesn't. So, for sure. But with a translator from Creator, even, like, they see the page automatically translated. They don't have to always, like, you know, copy paste it into the translator and back.
So it's like Volt. On Volt? Volt? The ordering app.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And it's like the message they get, they are already translated.
Okay.
And if they type a message, they can type it in, for example, English or whatever language they naturally speak, automatically gets sent out as Danish, which you can obviously customize it for certain words in Danish where you're like, the one-on-one translation doesn't make sense. For example, in German, the word daddy, which we use a lot, it's like translated into like fatherly figure, which would be like a very weird context. It's like, oh yeah, fatherly figure. That would be a bit weird. So all of these words where like the translation is very weird, you can just bulk put in there. So the translator knows, okay, this one means this. You can add to it over time. That would be the second option, which the upside is you pay very little money compared to, I assume, Danish people that, I mean, what's the average wage there? What's the minimum wage?
The minimum wage for 18 plus person is, oh yeah, that's in Danish crowns. What is it?
I can also look it up, yeah. No, shit, one sec, I have Wi-Fi. Let me look that up.
Fordi det er 130, right? 130. 120, 110. Jeg tror faktisk, det er 110.
How many Danish crowns would be the average wage?
110.
K?
No, 110.
Per hour?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty much the same as in Germany, right? So like...
Okay, yeah.
So like what? Okay, let me do the math.
Is it 20 euros?
Yeah, for 15 euros. Yeah, pretty close,
Yeah.
for sure. So like, okay, let's say 8 hours a week, or not 24 hours a day.
We're good at everything but math.
Oh, same. Yeah, there's a reason I don't do a mathematics coaching. My dad is a math teacher, by the way, so it's even more embarrassing.
All right.
Okay, let me quickly do the math so I don't fuck it up. Okay, times 30, okay. So, okay, I got it. I got the math done. So, what I was saying is, so on Danish crowns, we would, like, for 24-hour chatting, so we have, like, 3 chatters, 24 hours, like, for the entire day. Minimum wage, that would be, like, 10,000, 11,000 euro, which would be in Danish crowns. I'm also going to do the... so, in Danish crowns, that would be... Sorry. Like 80,000 Danish crowns per month, I'd say.
Yeah.
If my math checked out, I hope it did. And for example, with Filipinos, for example, we'd look at, for 24-hour chatting, 1,500 euro, which would be, even with bonuses, like 11 to 20,000 Danish crowns. So that would be like the price ranges, you know. Obviously, we can always go higher, we can always go lower, but more or less, which, I mean, both have upsides. Like instinctively, if you think, okay, we have Danish people who there's going to be definitely a better quality of chatting because they know the Danish culture. They know the meme that went viral 5 years ago. They know the places, but they're going to cost like basically 8 times as much. Plus, in terms of work ethic and loyalty, I'd argue they're probably going to be a bit more weird, you know? They're going to maybe want 5 days a week, 8 hours, holidays, more salary.
Yeah.
Filipinos, very great people, more work ethic, also more familiar with the chatting game. You're going to have a higher talent pool there. You know, there's going to be a lot more Filipinos that have the experience. Okay. They know how to sell better. Like, which one would you orientate to instinctively? Where you're like, I would feel more comfortable doing this.
The cheapest.
Fair enough. Fair enough. From the business
Is that even a
perspective.
question?
Yeah, fair enough, 100%. So the way we could go about it, I mean, there's like a whole topic with like hiring them. Obviously, with Filipinos, we can actually help you much better because that's all we do. Even on like German, Polish market, it works actually very fine. The best way I would say for you specifically makes sense to go about it is just to really test out that setup. So to say, instead of just going all into the chatting, 50 chatters, let's go full in there. It's like, let's hire one for now. Let's run an ad or like a job post on like Filipino hiring sites, onlinejobs.ph. We can all work it out later. And just like, let's hire one person, let them maybe do the time of the day where I really don't want to be chatting, maybe in the night or during the day. And just kind of see how it performs. Obviously teach them, let them get accustomed to everything and kind of see how that works. And once we see, hey, like, on one hand, we make way more money because, like, how much do you chat per day currently?
Currently, not enough.
Yeah.
But when I'm in a rhythm, I would say 8 to 10 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so if like even just, this is going to be a bit of goal math, but if we say, okay, we go from like 8 to 10 hours to 24 hours, theoretically, that could already double the revenue, you know? And it's like, well, that's going to be a big change. So I would say, yeah, let's add one person on top of that. So still both are chatting. And then when we see the proof of work, then we can hire another one and another one. Maybe even later on, this is like future vision, but after a couple of months, a supervisor. So you don't even have to give them feedback, but you just check in once per day with the supervisor, like, are they good? Yeah, okay.
Would you upgrade the like first chatter to a supervisor and then hire another chatter, or would you like find someone for the supervisor?
I'm a fan of just like basically upgrading them for sure, because like they've done it, you know, and it's like you pay them a bit more per hour then, and you could just give them a structure, and they're just doing their job, you know. They check in with all the chatters, quality control, and now they're responsible. So if there's a mistake, you can be like on their ass basically.